Football is, above all, a game of dreams. Dreams of players who aspire to shine on the biggest stages in the world, and dreams of clubs striving to turn their ambitions into reality by finding the right pieces for their tactical puzzles. And in the case of Liverpool, that search is more intense than ever at this moment. Under the guidance of Arne Slot, the club is navigating through waters filled with promise and possibility, with scouts spread across the globe in search of the next big names who could wear the iconic red shirt. According to recent reports, particularly from renowned journalist Lewis Steele of the Daily Mail, Liverpool is in full scouting mode. We're not just talking about one or two options here and there. This is a true strategic effort to identify talents who could revolutionise the squad. And the list of targets? Oh, it's as intriguing as it is diverse, involving powerful European leagues, young South American prodigies, and even players who are already shining in high-level competitions. Let's dive into this fascinating story and uncover who these players catching the Reds' attention really are. Let's start with Benjamin Sesko, a name that's been consistently linked to Liverpool. While he may not be the club's first choice on their wish list, his presence on the radar is undeniable. Why? Because he fits perfectly into the profile Liverpool is seeking to potentially replace Darwin Núñez should the Uruguayan leave the club. Sesko, with his impressive physical presence and refined technical skills, is the kind of player who can make an immediate impact. At just 23 years old, he's already posted impressive numbers in the Bundesliga, 13 goals and 5 assists this season. These stats become even more remarkable when considering the high competitiveness and physical demands of the league. For Liverpool, Sesko represents the perfect balance between physical power and offensive creativity, a combination that has always been highly valued under Arne Slot's leadership. But here's an interesting twist. Sesko is also attracting interest from other European giants. So will Liverpool have the courage and the cash to secure his signing? Or will they choose to focus on more accessible alternatives? These are questions only time will answer. If there's one player who seems destined to become the next big star in European football, it's Xavi Simons. The young Dutchman, currently on loan at RB Leipzig, has been an absolute revelation in the Bundesliga. With 9 goals and 7 assists in just 23 matches, he has shown he's capable of changing the course of a game with his vision, sharp technique, and finishing ability. What makes Simons even more appealing for Liverpool is that he fits perfectly into the attacking midfielder role, a key position in Arne Slot's system. His incisive dribbling, precise passing, and tactical intelligence make him a versatile player, able to perform as both a creator and a finisher. And he's only 20 years old, an age where there's still so much room to grow. Rumours suggest that RB Leipzig acquired Simons specifically with the intention of selling him for a profitable fee. A price of around £51 million has been circulating behind the scenes, which could be a fair investment for a player with such potential. But of course, Liverpool won't be alone in the race. Clubs like Barcelona and Bayern Munich are also closely monitoring his situation. Will the Reds be able to beat the competition and bring Simons to Anfield? While the names of Sesko and Simons dominate the headlines, there's another player quietly being watched by Liverpool, Johnny Cardoso. The Brazilian midfielder, currently playing for Real Betis, has caught attention for his consistency and versatility at the heart of the Spanish side. Cardoso is a player who combines physical strength, game vision, and distribution ability. He can operate both as a defensive midfielder and as a box-to-box presence, adding depth to the midfield. His arrival at Liverpool could solve one of the club's recurring issues, the lack of depth in that department. However, there is a significant obstacle: Tottenham Hotspur. When they sold Giovanni Lo Celso to Real Betis last summer, Spurs included a buyback clause valued at around £25 million. This means that any club interested in Cardoso would have to pay at least that amount. and likely much more, given his current performance. Even so, Liverpool sees Cardoso as a valuable piece for the future. He could initially come in as a rotational option in the squad, but his potential suggests he could become a star in a short amount of time. Will the Reds be willing to invest in this Brazilian gem? When it comes to young South American talents, few names have shined as brightly as Franco Mastantuono. The 17-year-old Argentine is currently considered one of the most precious gems in world football. Combining speed, technical skill, and a natural goal-scoring instinct, he has already begun attracting attention from European giants like Real Madrid and Chelsea. Liverpool, for its part, is also keeping a close eye on Mastantuono. However, bringing such a highly coveted player to Anfield will not be an easy task. River Plate knows exactly how valuable he is and is unlikely to accept an offer below £40 million. On top of that, the competition is fierce, with clubs willing to pay astronomical fees to secure his signing. Mastantuono is the type of player who can define an era at any club. He has all the characteristics of a modern attacker: versatility, tactical intelligence, and the ability to decide important matches. For Liverpool, he would be a bet on the future, but one that could yield incredible returns. Will the Reds have the courage to join this race? And if Mastantuono already sounds like an exciting name, get ready to meet Ian Subiabre. The 18-year-old is another gem from River Plate and is being tracked by clubs like Barcelona and Chelsea. According to El Crack Deportivo, Liverpool is also keeping tabs on Subiabre, seeing him as a versatile forward capable of playing in various attacking positions. Subiabre has already had a few chances with River Plate's senior team and has shown impressive maturity for his age. He's a technical, quick player with a keen sense for scoring goals. Moreover, his ability to create opportunities for teammates makes him a valuable asset in any attacking system. For Liverpool, Subiabre would be a long-term investment. He might not be a starter right away, but his arrival would help build an even stronger and more competitive squad. Will the club be able to convince River Plate to release him for a reasonable fee? That's a question that remains unanswered. As Liverpool continues its relentless search for new talents, it becomes clear that the club is determined to build a squad capable of competing on multiple fronts. From explosive forwards like Sesko and Mastantuono, to creative midfielders like Simons and Cardoso, the options are vast and full of potential. But of course, the transfer window is a landscape filled with challenges. Tough negotiations, fierce competition, and limited budgets are just a few of the obstacles Liverpool will face. However, with Arne Slot at the helm and a board committed to success, there are plenty of reasons to remain optimistic.